What's up, everybody? TGIF. Welcome to another 5-Lesson Friday. This is our 4th episode. Please leave a comment if you like these. I like the encouragement. I like to see what people are thinking. Rule number 1, lesson number 1 from this week. The market changes, so you must adapt too. This week, earnings winners just aren't running that much. I've been trying to dip by a few plays. Some of them I haven't even touched. And a lot of people are saying, Tim, you said that earnings winners always run. Well, guess what? Welcome to the stock market. You have to adapt to market conditions. 3 out of 4 stocks follow the market. So just because the market is down, that means that most likely your stock, especially if it's a bigger company, it's going to follow the market. Now, that doesn't always apply. This doesn't mean that this is the start of the bear market. Take it one day at a time. Don't whine. Don't complain. Just adapt to the conditions. When a strategy isn't working, you say, hey, I'm going to trade this strategy more carefully. I'm going to cut losses quicker. I'm going to get out quicker if it doesn't work. ERII, I got a little too confident on ERII. You can see here, if you look actually at the 3-year chart, it was a breakout above the 770, 780 level. And it tried to do it, and it failed. And then, for several days, it couldn't break 770, 780 when they reported earnings. You got a morning spike. I bought it at 819. It went to the 9s that morning. And then I was trying to dip by it here in the low 8s, and it just would not bounce. And, it sucked. I got a little too aggressive. I think I lost all my gains that I had on the stock, basically finishing break even. That seems to be worst case scenario for me where, I go from having a profit to maybe breaking even or a small loss. And in the grand scheme of things, that's not that bad. But I cut losses and I accepted it. Some of you guys did not accept it. And, I know people who are still holding from the 8s and now in the 7s, and now it's kind of a busted chart. And I don't get that, I understand I have patience problems and sometimes I should hold longer, but when a stock fails to hold support, you have to exit. You have to play it safe. SCLN was an earnings winner, went right back above this range, above former highs in the 9s, and just dropped. It was actually in the 8s when I was about to make this video lesson. But sometimes earnings winners just don't run. MITK, if you remember, it was the 7th time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times trying to break $4 a share. It finally did it. And I had some good buys at 409 and 415 and 419. And it went to the 450s. And I took profits and I made nearly $5,000. It came down. I tried to dip by, but it just wouldn't bounce. So I got out roughly break even. I still have overall profits of roughly 5K, but it's back in this 395 4 zone. And I don't know if it's going to bounce with the overall market like this. I don't like stocks that confuse me and that don't break out, 100% very convincingly. Jive also I tried to buy and I got out basically break even because it couldn't break out. Lesson number 2, money should be used for good, but don't let it become your whole life. A lot of you guys want to be rich, you want to be wealthy, you're willing to work hard, that's awesome. But do not let it become your entire life. It's just a tool. It's one of many tools that can give you happiness. But for me, it's all about freedom. And that's why I love money. But I also love giving back. And this was the best $20,000 I ever spent on this little boy named Ewan and his mother. And there was this device that can, he can't talk, he can't move, he can't really communicate with his parents. And now this device tracks his eye movements and he can communicate. This was a Make-A-Wish that I did a few weeks ago, and they put it on Make-A-Wish TV this week. So that's how I think money should be used. It's fantastic, but just don't let it become your entire life. Like a lot of people on Wall Street, they have no souls, they have no lives. Also, it's okay not to trade every day. Wait for better setups and market conditions. A lot of you guys are just worry freaks. You're like, the market is down today. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? You don't need action. You don't need to be a degenerate gambler. Sometimes the best trade is no trade. And when there is a day off, you can study. That is the beauty of having so many video lessons and webinars and DVDs. You can build your confidence, you can build your knowledge, and you can get smarter. That is what you should really do. Don't trade every single day. Also, don't guess earnings ahead of time. Okay? But do dip buy earnings winners because that does work well even in big, bad markets. I'll give you an example. DGLY. So this thing spiked the other day. I was going to do a whole video lesson on it. I've just been crazy busy the past few days. But this thing spiked huge right here after an analyst assured investors that they were going to be profitable. And I said, don't guess ahead of earnings. They might be profitable, they might not be. You don't know. As it turned out, they weren't. Actually, let me call this guy out. Let me just look him up real quick, because this is such BS. The guy should be in jail or at least flogged for, giving such bad information. Where is it? All right. Digital Alley set for its first profitable quarter, says Roth Capital. Roth Capital Partners, William Gibson, assuring expectations of a profitable quarter. And then, no, they didn't do it. Do not guess earnings, okay? William Gibson, if you ever see him, spit at him or smack him, or at least just give him a little friendly punch in the back and be like, William, you're an idiot. Do not guess earnings. But you can dip buy earnings winners afterwards. So HCKT I dip bought the other day in the mid 17s, actually turned out to be right at the lows when it was already $2 a share off its highs, and now it's already bounced $1 a share. I got out for some solid profits. PLNT is a new earnings winner today. I thought about buying it this morning when it was kind of like coiling right in here. I had my order right here at like 16.20. I probably would have sold here at like 16.70 and made 50 cents a share. But you can dip buy these earnings winners. USAT actually was the best earnings winner dip buy today. After it opened at 3, went all the way down to 270, and now it's back at the 3s. So you have a nice 10% upside in a few hours. So wait for these stocks to report earnings. Don't look to try and guess ahead of time. You're just going to confuse yourself. Even professional analysts don't even understand this simple rule. It's ridiculous. Also, profit from all opportunities when you see them. I have a new project called Wolf Millionaire, and I'm very excited about this because this is going to teach you guys how to really make money on Instagram, grow your following the way that I have. You don't need to be, some amazing millionaire like lifestyle, crazy kind of pictures that I have. You can just be you, but you can really do well on Instagram. And this is the fastest growing social network. It's not monetized very well. There's no ad platform. Big brands, stay away. I really think there's a lot of opportunity to make money for the little guy. So if you enter your email here on wolfmillionaire.com, I'll link it at the bottom of this video. You can get a free guide to Instagram. Even if you're not on it, it'll show you basically how to set it up and a few free apps. I think the best part of Instagram is that it's totally free. With the stock market, a lot of you guys want to make a lot of money, but you start with very small accounts, so it's very tough. Instagram doesn't matter if you have, zero money in your account, really. Instagram is free. You just have to build up your following, which, does take a little time, and, there's strategy behind it, but it's free. And I think that's going to appeal to a lot of you guys, and there's actually a lot of ways to make money. Not just through advertising like people think. Like people think, oh, you need like 10,000 or 50,000 followers and then you can make, $50 for a post for advertising. No. I think there's a lot of opportunity there, and I'm excited for Wolf Millionaire. The reason why we call it Wolf Millionaire is the press called me the Wolf of Instagram, because obviously I trade penny stocks and I'm popular on Instagram. But we're going to take that name and apply it here, Wolf Millionaire. I've partnered with a guy. He has over 11 million followers. We've been sharing techniques and seeing what works, and there's a whole strategy behind getting very popular and making money on Instagram, 6-7 figures. So whenever there's an opportunity, I know some people are like, Tim, you should only stick to stocks. Why? I think that there's tremendous opportunity on a platform that so few people are using the right way. And, there's no risk, okay? Like, that's the best part. Even if you completely suck at it, you're not going to lose money like with stock trading. So I'm very excited. There's no guides whatsoever out there on Instagram. 400 million plus monthly members now. Nearly 100 million people log in every single day. And it's by far the fastest growing and most loved social media platform. So Wolf Millionaire, we're going to start teaching. Go to wolfmillionaire.com, get a free guide, and be open to all opportunities. If there's a stock that's a hot opportunity, be open to it. Don't look for trades every single day. This morning I was like, I'm not going to trade. And then I dip bought ATEN, which actually turned out to be a pretty good dip buy because it came down to my level. So if you have that mindset where you don't need to trade, You don't need to get on Instagram, but if the opportunity presents itself, you might as well try. Be opportunistic, be a sniper, be patient, but be ready for opportunities and capture them. For example, the opportunity with Instagram, it's not going to be there in like 2 or 3 hours. Miley's getting excited, my little puppy. In 2 or 3 years, Facebook will probably have monetized Instagram very well, just like they've done with Facebook, and there won't be opportunity for small guys. So I think that there's great opportunity right now. So that's why I'm getting started teaching that. But anyways, have a good weekend. I'm going to have some more video lessons for you guys just to go over some opportunities with earnings winners and pumps and some new techniques that I've been trying out to adapt to this kind of new market. I hope we go into a bear market. But hope is not a strategy, so my bias doesn't really matter. I'm just going to take it one day at a time and one trade at a time. Have a great and safe weekend. I'll see you guys in the chat room on Monday.
My name is Tim Sykes, and I teach people to trade stocks. I am a self-made multimillionaire.
So this is the ideal trade that I'm going to talk about. I want you guys to understand every single aspect of this trade.